Yeah, hi, welcome to GTO Charts, and just playing two tables here of 25NL, going to play live and then try and make some GT optimal decisions and then run it through GTO Wizard after the match to see if how my play stacked up. So that's about all I've got to say for the intro. Out of the small blind, going to either be trying most of the time to 3-bet or fold. Don't want to flat. The ranges of hands that I'll be using are based on, hands that you can memorize from the charts we have on GTO Charts. I sometimes like to flat small pocket pairs in the hope that no one behind me will squeeze. It's always a risk. It seemed like those two guys weren't overly high 3-bets. I mean, we're just going to peel one, see if we can bink a 3, and then maybe even get to showdown if he stops betting. But he can have it. Ace Jack of diamonds on the right, easy open. And if we get 3-bet, which this guy looks like he's about to, I don't think I will fold. And it's probably a mix between a flat and a 3-bet. It could be, I think, always a flat, not sure. Okay, we do have the gut shot and the backdoor flush draw, so we're not going anywhere at the moment. And here I will always, every flop, going to bet third pot on most flops without thinking about it too much. I just find that's the easiest way to play. And then I'm going to bluff this straight because it's a diamond. No, he leads into me for 20. Okay. I was going to bluff that because the diamond got there and I've got diamonds, so he's less likely to have diamonds. Not that that really has anything to do with the hand, because the diamonds got there. So, sorry, that was completely illogical. It's more like he had clubs. He possibly had clubs. I had no clubs. And he checked a turn. I don't know. We'll let that one go. 9-8 suited, I'll probably bet it sometimes. Ace high flops, I normally bet like really small. Take it down. 23% on ace high flops. And there's an ace high flop. We'll bet 23%. Continues, so we'll keep barreling. Then we picked up some equity on the turn and get the flush. Nice. I think we need to value bet, and here I'm going to 3-bet that and value bet this because I mean it's going to call with an ace. Size down, hopefully just calls with ace 10. Oh yes, there it is. Perfect read. Okay, ace 7 of spades on the left. We will flat that from the big blind. Someone else in the hand, even better. And that flop does not like us at all. He leads big. Multi-way pots are very, I don't know, I find them a little bit difficult, or more difficult than single raise pots. Queen 8. Normally a fold, but yeah, I'll stay with the fold. I'm just playing 2 tables. I feel like I cannot commentate any more than that and play at the same time. This is open. Queen 10 off in the big blind. Probably a call, I think. Just going to check call that. I don't know. I've got pretty much nothing on this, and it's a multi-way pot. I'm going to let it go. Check call here. Pick up a 2 pair. I'm going to fold that, and the question here is whether to check raise. Why the hell not? I mean, he could have a flush, but the risk we take. Make it 20. About 3 times. I'm going to flat the jack 10. Now, if he shoves this through, got a tough decision. I don't think he would have bet full pot with a flush. And that's just like not a good card. Call that. Hopefully check it down. And win with 2 pair, but I don't know, over here. Oh, this is horrible, horrible, horrible. If that spade hadn't have come, yeah, I would have maybe shoved. Okay, we got to fold that, I think. Oh, okay, that'll be interesting to run that through GTO Wizard after, see what happened there, whether that was played horribly by me. I got the feeling though it was okay, maybe. Queen 10, I'm going to isolate this guy because he's opening 47% of hands. Over a sample size of 3%. Okay, I don't know what that's all about, but I will just bet usual third pot, take it down. I would have got it straight, and again we'll try and sneak in we do a flat. I normally 3-bet from the from later positions. Try not to flat too many, but if I feel like I can get away with it, I will. Again, here's another spot. Nice to get this one through, but and we did. But we are not hitting those flops. It's an easy open on the left. Hopefully we'll get to check that through. Facing a bet, I'm going to fold. Just going to pause for 1 sec because I got a cough. Or can I just mute the microphone? Okay, hopefully that did not come through. Until we fold. That's good that we get to check this through, but we don't get anything of any consequence. This guy's not connecting. This guy's leading. I mean, I would try and maybe raise that as a bluff, but I've got absolutely no equity. So we'll let it go. Seven two off. This is an easy 4 bets. Get it in even. Playing that hand out of position isn't that much fun. 2 or 3 bet. Would have been interesting. Yeah, wanted to play that possibly, but ace king 3 bet. Try and keep consistently the 3 bets to 8 big blinds or thereabouts even, and not even worrying about what they're raising to. Whether they raise 2, 2.2, 3, I still either usually go for the 8, 8.5. The beautiful aces on the left. Hopefully this guy will open. I feel like, no. I mean, I could flat this. I know this guy likes to squeeze. Go with 8. Call this. And this guy's 3 bet. It's pretty low. And he checks to me. So, I think I'll bet. Oh, this is good. Should we flat? Dang. Good 5 bet. 5 bets at giveaway most of the time. Yeah. That was a flat. I think that was a flat. That was pretty bad from me. This guy, I don't know what he's up to. That's just, I don't know. I mean, why would you check that board? Call that. Lead that. I'm not folding. But if he shoves, I don't, because he's only got 3% 3 bet, so I think he might be trapping with aces. Just going to fold that because I'm thinking about this table. I'm going to just check it down. Ace 10, okay, that was a pretty crappy 3 bet to start with. From him, ace 10 off isn't a 3 bet. In any, well, no, I don't think it should be. Possibly the ace 10 suited. I'll make a note. 3 bets. Food. Return off and big blind. This guy likes a 3 bet. That's a mighty fine flop. However, doesn't look like this. I'm not sure. I'm just going to check it because the reasoning was I think what was the reasoning? Because I knew this guy would be coming. I didn't want to get check raised. And it's not the super duper. It's going to call. Could have a pet. The only thing I'm really worried about is a pair of 8s or 4s or 5s, and should I have shoved that? Maybe. Yeah. I mean, he was never going to call. But the color I have him, it's abundantly clear to me anyway that he's very aggressive. You're going to let him. If you let him bet, he will. Let me try and rephrase that. If you give any rope, he'll hang himself. Let's just say that. That was what I was trying to explain, why I checked that flop. Yeah, let that one go. So I should make a note on that guy that, well, I sort of already knew that he's just going to start betting. And I felt if I'd led that flop, I was just going to get people to fold more often than not. Sometimes. Yeah, king 10 suited, sometimes raise, sometimes not. I just felt like it. I go for smaller numbers for more aggressive actions. So it was under 50, the random number generator. So I thought, okay, let's just 3-bet that. Open king queen. I seem to have a creaky voice when I do videos. Let's have a drink. And the colours are, and orange is a reg that's reasonably assumed to be pretty good. Green's a fish. These could all be wrong. Purple is someone who likes to 3-bet, be aggressive, laggy, and red is, oh, he's super laggy. So watch out for them. This light green is really, yeah, notes, I'm not sure. Could open that, but won't. Just no good reason. Green is fish. Apologize if I'm just going to 3-bet this because, again, I just feel like it. We'll just put a small bet in here. Take it down. Yeah, small blind versus big blind. I like to have a bluffing range. Again, you can check out the charts on GTO charts, but that was sort of me just having a guess. What would be a good bluffing candidate? Jack 8 off. It's a 50-50, I think. Let it go. Okay, now my man here, I would say has pocket pairs. Jack beats me, but I call that. It's a good flop. I might check raise that. I'm just going to check this through. Could be horrific. And he's going to bet. And I'll call him. Doesn't, so let's put a bet in there. See what he does. Let's check raise this. I don't know. 11-ish. He folds. Yeah, we had open and straight draw, so check, check, check. I mean, check raise. How long have we been playing for? I want to maybe make this too long and maybe get into the wizard and do some analysis. And possibly, maybe try for half an hour. We've been about 20 minutes so far. Tempted to like that, but I won't. Jack's 3-bet. I'm deep. He's not. There's orange as a reasonably okay good reg or a reg. who likes to squeeze. And we'll let that one go, and we'll play the ace king. Now for my pre-flop raise size, I go for 2.5. I mean, there's been a million debates on what's the best size, but I don't know. I just thought 2.5 is the one for me in all positions. Definitely call this, not 3-betting, because it has good playability out of position, especially when that beautiful flop comes, unless he has Jack King. Ilole checks to me, so we'll have a bet. Try and build the pot. Folds. Could have checked, but you know, there's no money in the pot. Got to get some in there at least. Got to build that equity. Jack 5, suited. Probably about the bottom of my opening range. Which means if it's the bottom of my opening range and this guy 3-bets, then obviously a fold is in order. I'm probably a bit tight. Fold a lot out of the small blind. And yeah, we'll just like that. I don't like the look of this. Can't be bothered in this pot. I wouldn't have been in it if that guy hadn't limped. Yeah, let's try and get the showdown. Be funny if I won this. No heart. No heart. 6 takes it down. Why this guy would limp with ace jack suited is beyond me. Now the stacks are starting to get a little bit deeper. Which means the strategy should adjust a bit as if you are playing against other deep stack players, although I'm not super deep. But yeah, just got to keep an eye on that. And you know, if I'm 200 big blinds, playing against someone 200 big blinds, proceed with caution. You know, shipping your kings, even shipping your kings pre-flop can be a bit hazardous. H4 not good enough. 9-4, Ace6, we're going to open that suited. But not Ace6. Off under the gun. Play enough, you just sort of remember what the opening ranges are. So, but yeah, can learn them on GTO charts. Check it out. I've got a 99-cent 1 day deal where you can just get on, have a look, see if you like them. And if you don't, you're out of pocket $1. I've had people get on and for $1 a day and then say I didn't like your charts. Can I have my dollar back? Pretty funny, but yeah, anyway. And I give them their dollar back. Nothing else here to do except 3-bet, although that guy didn't seem to have a, sorry, 4-bet. Didn't seem to have a high 3-bet. I'm not sure how truthful those stats on GG are. Like, it says 96 hands for this guy as an example, and I'm assuming that's completely accurate, that in 96 hands is not 3-bet once. And this guy is different, is now. Yeah, so I mean, I go off that, and I really should look into the, I'm pretty sure it's right. So when that, sometimes I will take notes on their stats because it resets after that. I think he's been playing, he's been online for that many hands at the moment. I'm going to fold that. Flat that on the left. This guy. So in 1,487 hands, He's 25, 22, 65. Still on 3 bets 15, which is reasonably high. Check that back. Hold that. This guy's now coming at me. Why would he? Oh, well, I guess. Probably. He wanted me looking for a check raise. Which is what I would have done if I had an ace. Ace 10. Again, I'm not even going to think about it and just third pot. And if they continue, the logic, if they continue, is if a blanky card comes, which is that's sort of a blank. I'm just going to overbet the pot and then explain later why. I mean, the fact that he's check called sort of caps his range a bit, so he's really saying I don't have that much. But when a card comes on the turn that's not real, it doesn't complete a flush or a draw or anything like that, I think I can sneak in a overbet, hold out his overcards. Okay. I think I've got, what do we got? 4 minutes. I'm going to 4 minutes left, and then ace nine's probably an open in the cutoff, but probably not in middle position. 3-bet I'll fold. Again, no need to bomb that. If I get check raise, I've still got a backdoor flush. I've got the backdoor nut flush. And when I hit that card, improves my equity. Now he leads for 2, which sort of leads me to believe that got a flush draw that he's waiting to get there. And this is like the blank card. I'm going to do the overbet again. Although it does complete his, if he's flush, looking for a flush draw, it's going to. Anyway, let's get back to this one. I'm thinking about the raise or call. I'm just going to call. And I think he's doing that with like a king of spades or something. The 2. 6, 7. He could have an 8. And I don't know why he'd lead for 2, or he could have, I think, let's just go with what I was saying before. Could be completely wrong. King of spades, 8 of spades, 7. Okay, so he's got a straight and he's betting it small, and then whatever. Probably a fold. The wizard will tell me. I feel like I played most hands reasonably okay, but that one, maybe that was a fold on the river. Jacks and jacks. I feel like some action's about to go down. Well, this one's an easy 3-bet. Maybe get it in because he's not that short. But this one I might flat because we're deep, and we'll just ping a jack like that. 4, 8, 12. I'm gonna make it bigger because we're so deep and go for, I don't know, 16. I'm gonna fold this. I just don't think I'm ahead of enough things to, again, the wizard will run it through the wizard. Can't ping a jack on. I'm scared of kings now, obviously. Well, I mean, what can you do? He's got kings. And he's got kings. So that's how you play pocket jacks out of position. You ping a set. I'm just going to check that. I'm going to that's the last hand. I'm going to sit it out, and we'll run this through the wizard, see what it thinks of my play. I'm just going to check this down, try and get the showdown. Open this one and check. And like mono boards, yeah, good luck to you, mate. You can have it. Mono boards, sorry, like ace high boards, mono boards, I just go for the very small 23%, and you get folds more often than not, believe it or not. And all right, so that's it. Going to run this through the wizard and see what it thinks of my play. Okay, we're here on GTO Wizard, and I've uploaded the two sets of hands, one from each table that I've just played. And this is a great feature of GTO Wizard where you can just upload a hand from your session, and you'll get a quick analysis of how you went, how many mistakes you made. So we look at my hands. So on one table, played 103 hands and 92 correct. As far as GTO is concerned, there was 10 mistakes, and your average EV loss. This one I did 124 hands and 116 correct, and 93%, and 8 mistakes, and the average EV loss of 0.01, which sounds pretty okay to me. So let's have a look at, just click here and we'll look at what hands it is telling me I made mistakes on, and then next time we can, when I play, I can just keep that in mind. So the way to do that is just click on the EV loss here, and you will filter on that, as in it will put the highest EV loss at the top, and so on and so forth. So let's just have a look at this one. On that table doesn't look good. -6 EV loss, and the hand is jacks, and I think I know what the one it is. Let's have a replay. So I'm the cutoff with jacks. I raise it up, of course, and I get 3-bet. I then, other people fold. And 99% of the time I should 4-bet, which I do. Then the button shoves and I fold, and it's a blunder, and a very big blunder, which makes sense. I think I'm not trying to make excuses, but I think I was playing, so thinking about the other table at the time, and yeah, so I just folded that. Not sure if I had a read on the guy, but yeah, I mean, if you're going to 4-bet in that situation, and should be ready to shove. I think at the time, I thought he had aces, kings, queens, and possibly ace king. But anyway, and here it is. So I should have called when he shoved. Calling 100% of the time is the optimal play. So that's a big mistake. Let's try and put that in the memory bank and see if we can do better next time. I just want to also match that up against our GTO charts to see if it has a similar similar advice. So cut off the button 3-bets, and with our jacks we should flat about half the time and 4-bet about the other half of the time. And then if the button shoves, you got to call those jacks that you 4-bet. So yeah, that's in agreement. So definitely a mistake by me. Good to know. Won't do that again, hopefully. Next hand was, let's have a look at this. It's pocket nines. And just see what, I think replaying the hand is the best option. It seems to make the most sense. So I'm in the hijack. I raise it up, which is correct. And going forward, what happens? The flop comes 10-6-6. And they're the options. I can bet 33%. I can bet half pot. I can check. So I assume I bet, which I only do. Jack comes. And checking 100% is the option here. And I assume that I must have bet. No, sorry. Let's just have a look at that again. The mistake was on the river. Okay. It seems like when that river comes, you should never be betting on that river. And I assume it's saying check 100%. I assume I would. Now I bet, and he folds. But as you can see, it's a blunder. Should never bet. Sort of makes sense. Can't see him calling with anything worse, I guess. Okay, let's have a look at this one. Ace 10. And the blunder seems to come here on the turn. Red. All right, bet. So let's have a look at the replay again. Okay. Ace 10 on the button. Raise it up, of course. Or I assume I'm going to bet. Third pot comes. Should check 100%. I think I overbet here. Did I? Yeah, I went for the massive overbet. Didn't like it. Let's go back. I'd say that's about me there. So that's never. Let's check on that 100%. Yeah, on the turn, when a card comes, when it goes, flop goes, small bet from me, call from him. The other thing to note is we're deep. So some other calculations should come into it. But let's put that aside for the moment. And what I'm trying to say is that turn sort of completes a few things, like if you were to have some ridiculous thing like 4-3, or actually ace 3. No, sorry, ace 3 didn't get there. 4-3 did. Flush draw sort of is starting to appear. So yeah, I don't know. Sorry, I'm not explaining this very well. To check, but I went for the overbet because yeah, I think at the time I was thinking that card wasn't really bringing too much to his calling range at the time, but then thinking about it now, it probably does. So yeah, check there probably would have been better, but look down the pot, but that shouldn't come into the calculations. All right, so this will be interesting. It's a non-existing GTO spot, so interesting. Let's see if we can get something out of that. I come big blind. Remember this hand. Pop comes queen 7-3. I check. He bets. Calling is the option, preferred option. Did I call? I think I did. Yep. And then checking that. Seems to be preferred option. And this is where I made the mistake of raising. I mean, I had two pair. I figured that this was, yeah, you might have a flush, but you know, I mean, I thought that was the reason to check raise. Sorry, if you had a flush draw, it would help him, you know, it would charge him to continue. Maybe that was not good logic. GTO says call 100%. That I raised, and then pretty much GTO, the analysis falls down because it's not a non-existing spot because I screwed up the turn, but that turn was a check. If I checked that turn, he might have checked back, and then yeah, would have ended up in a different spot in the river. As it was, I checked to him, and I think he bet, and I didn't know what to do. Okay, let's have a look at one more. I don't want to go through all these. Ace King. Let's have a look at this quickly. King. Let's have a look at the replay the hand. And Ace King out of the gun. Open, obviously. Queen 9-8 flop. And I bet. I'm sure I would have bet that amount. Third pot. I do most flops. Not every flop. Preferred option here to check 99% of the time. But I bet. I overbet. Which again is pretty ambitious. My thinking was, I think like there's a double flush draw out there. Again, trying to get him, charging him to draw to either of those, but and the fact I had the diamond, if a diamond river came, I was going to bluff. You know, he folded, but GTO didn't like it. All right, King 4. Again, we'll. No, sorry, I didn't want to hit that button. Study spot, wrong button. At depth, I want to just replay the hand. King 4, big blind. Cut off opens, I call. Bets. Calling or raising seems to be the preferred option. However, I think I raised to too big a size. Yeah, I sort of agree with that. I mean, 3 times that is probably the go. It's saying 7.35, 51%. What's that? 2, 3, 3, about 8. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, so I raised too big. Okay, these were minor ones, so let's go back to that. I did, I forget which one I did, top or the bottom. Did the top, we'll soon find out. EV loss went to, that's minimum 0.14. Okay. Let's have a look at this. One pre-flop mistake. Okay, hijack. Raise, get re-raised. And you should never fold. And I folded. Okay. So let's have a look at that and cross-reference that with my GTO charts. So middle position. And the cutoff 3 bets. And we have King 10 suited. So we should 4-bet 72% and flat the rest, which is 28%. And that pretty much almost lines up, I think. Go back here. Yeah, so raise 72%, call 28%. Okay, nice. That charts line up exactly with that, which you think they should most of the time. But a lot depends on what raise first in size you're using. And so this is 2.2, and it's a raise at 2. But yeah, anyway, it lines up very nice. Okay, so is there anything else here interesting? If not, I will have a look at a couple of specific hands I wasn't sure about. So this 8-6 is not one of those, but I'm assuming it's in the big blind. And I 3-bet 8-6 off to the small blind open. And if we have a look here, small blind open, big blind, 8-6 off, you should call a very, very small amount of time and never 3-bet. Okay. Now, there was an ace hand that I want to look at, the aces. So just to show you this feature of the Wizard, GTO Wizard, you can filter on many things. So in this instance, I'm going to filter on hands. And there was an ace hand I played, ace, confirm it. Here it is. And we'll replay it. I wasn't sure about this. So aces are, okay, cutoff opens. I got ace, I have aces, obviously. I'm going to raise it. Then the 4-bets. And I did shove all in, which is apparently okay, 34% of the time. Oh, I 5-bet though. Yeah, I didn't go all in. And calling 66% of the time. I thought that would be a call most of the time. I'm led to believe that doing, floating aces after the a 4-bet is preferred, but anyway, I went for 5-bet, which is still giving me it's correct. But a 5-bet in that spot, sort of a giveaway. Most times it's I've seen other people do it. It's going to be aces. And there was one other hand, or maybe two other hands. Let's have a look. Yeah, so it's this excuse me, ace jack suited hand, and I'm not sure if you're going to be able to hear the audio here, but I'll play it. Okay, so I'm not sure if you heard the audio, but I'll say it again. So I was just not sure whether I should flat or 3-bet after this guy. Sorry, flat or 4-bet after this guy 3-bet me. So let's have a look back in GTO Wizard. Here's the hand, and we will replay it. Hijack raise, obviously. He 3-bets me, and I can call 80% and raise 20% of the time. So, and I called. So that was pretty much correct. Let's see the rest of the hand. Draw the frequency though. Check it. Check it. He leads, and it's a fold 100% of the time. So, play that hand okay. It seems. And yeah, this is the other hand I want to look at. It was jacks, and just the one I hit. No, this is not the hand. Let me find it again. Sorry. Okay, so this is the hand, and I can't seem to find it in GTO Wizard. I'm not sure if he. Again, I'm not sure if you can hear the video audio of me talking, but all right, I'm going to pause it there and just play out the hand here. And I was confused as to what to do. So basically, he 3-bet me, and then I flattered with jacks, which is reasonable, I assume. Let's have a look at my charts. So I was cut off, and he was big blind, cut off, big blind 3-bets, jacks, yep, flatting most of the time. So that was fine. And then he checked a flop. I bet a small amount. He led the turn, which confused me. And then he checked the river, and I failed to bet the river from memory. And I was wondering whether I should have. Now he turned up with ace-10 off. So we'll run that through. I will manually put that in GTO Wizard. Okay, so I'll quickly show you how you can do that in GTO Wizard, like put it in manually. Don't always have to upload the hands. So yeah, I was cut off and I raised. This is 2.2, and it went fold, and the big blind raised. And the cutoff, that's us with our jacks. Saying to raise all in. Just a moment. Yeah, not quite sure why that is. May have put something wrong, but nevertheless, let's just go then to, we didn't do that, we called. And then the flop came 8 heart, 3 diamonds, 3 7 diamonds, 8 heart, 7 3 diamonds, and I'm just going to put the and I bet very small. Sorry, big blind checked. I bet very small. Called. Turn was 10 of spades. Now the big blind with his ace-10 off. We shouldn't even have had ace-10. Oh, sorry, that's ace-10 suited. He should have, yeah. I don't know, for some reason. Some ace-10 suited, ace-10 off. And that's right. But checking 100% of the time. Never leading, but he bet, I don't know, some amount. Let's say, I'm just going to have a guess. I don't think it was quite 50%. But we'll go with that. Then with my jacks, I should mix it up between all ins, calling, and even folding. Anyway, I called the river, which is what I'm really trying to get to, is the 8 of clubs. And he checks, and then there's no solution for this spot, which is very annoying. Because, yeah, I think this guy leading that sort of blew up the simulation. All right, so we'll just leave that one, I think. But that just sort of shows you how you can input manually into GTO Wizard, or you can just dump out your hands and then upload them. Okay, so that's it for today. I think I've learnt a few things myself that when you're in the cutoff, for instance, and the big blind 3-bets, and you 4-bet, and he shoves, you should go with it. So that was one big mistake. But yeah, check out the links below for 10% off GTO Wizard. There's also a free trial version, and also links to GTO charts where you can get a just to look at our charts for 99 cents for 24 hours. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this one, and talk to you again soon.